Well. World-class veteran video game critic Michael does life. Oh, Michael.
Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. Trailer, there's a mo, it's a piece. Don't be boom boom boom. Bound to break and get your beat. No, don't be boom boom boom. We got to get on the ground. No, don't be boom boom boom. 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 It's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be setup. Trailer, there's a mo, it's a piece. Don't be boom boom boom. Bound to break and get your beat. No, don't be boom boom boom. We got to get on the ground. No, don't be boom boom boom. Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. Don't be boom boom boom. Trailer, there's a mo, it's a piece. Don't be boom boom boom. Bound to break and get your beat. No, don't be boom boom boom. We got to get on the ground. No, don't be boom boom boom. Setup, setup.
Shut the fuck up! Fucker! Move!
like, and subscribe to Michael Does Life.
Test 1, 2. Can you hear World Class? Before it begins, let me know if the crackle is present. Test 1, 2. Can you hear World Class? It's time to lock in. Is it crackling? We need to know if it's crackling. We'll see you soon. About a minute or so. We'll see you soon. Let World Class know. Let's get amped up in here. Hit the like button, share the broadcast. We'll come right back.
The stream is about to start. Lock in. Folks, the cracks are starting to show.
Ladies and gentlemen, we certainly hope that you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods. We got a special presentation for you here today because, as you probably know from the title of this broadcast, it is the 1-year anniversary, okay? 365 days since Grand Theft Auto 6 Trailer 2. And that, of course, means that it has been total radio silence outside of the delay in November, which has been 6 months now. It has been total silence on the biggest entity in all of video officially for 1 year. Now, we know that the brain level in here is a little low, so let's count that on our fingers. 0, 1. Okay? You know, I mean, it's not that hard. So with that said, Rockstar Games has been quiet on the biggest entity in all of video for 1 year straight, and today marks that officially. And, well, we need to know what you think about that here today, okay? This is a live, dynamic, interactive internet television show. and you're looking at someone who is bigger than Michael Jackson, who is bigger than Elvis Presley, who is bigger than Madonna. I mean, we are. I mean, we're the biggest star. You just don't know it yet. And that's why you guys have to lock in, because you're seeing greatness before it's shilled out to the normies, right? I mean, really, honestly, this is the most underground show on the internet. You can't find this anywhere else. Nobody is doing it like this. And they just, like to complain. They like to bitch. They like to whine. They like to get jealous. They like to seethe and cope. And that means that we're doing something right. Because the irrelevant Andes, and we know a lot of those people, no one cares about them in any capacity. It must suck to be them. But look at this right here. Snack bar is coming through. He's coming through in a way that makes sense. 1 year. You got to lock in. Come on.
Tipped $10 through.
Look at this right here. Beautiful.
World class capsule W. The cherries emoji.
Huge W's as Snack Bar is helping us go to the promised land here today, and in a way that makes sense. He is coming through, popping the cherry to set the mood, the vibe, the tone, and the atmosphere, and he's getting down to business, and it is certainly what we love to see. Snack Bar is unbelievable, and hopefully you won those games last night in, what was that game called? Rocket League. You were playing Rocket League. You were listening to World Class in the background. See, this guy has a high IQ because not only can he go above and beyond, but he can actually multitask, unlike some people in here. And he had the game on. He was playing Rocket League, and he was also listening to World Class, and it is, believe me, what we love to see. And Snack Bar is coming through, and he's coming through bigly and strongly, popping the cherry to set the mood, the vibe, the tone, and the atmosphere. What an absolute legend. That we can certainly tell you, as Snack Bar is taking us to the promised land here. And in a way that makes sense, Snack Bar is coming through. Look at this right here, $10 super chat. It is what we love to see. Huge W's. Popping the cherry to set the mood, the vibe, the tone, and the atmosphere. The cracks are starting to show. Let's show out in a way that makes sense, and that's certainly what you are doing, and my hat is off to you as Snack Bar is coming through, and we might be having some technical difficulties here, which is not great, but this is an interesting situation. Look at this right here. We got, who the hell is that? I can't see the screen. We got Sasquatch in the building with a 27 SAK, and he says, thoughts on the Grove Street Games new game? Well, we don't have too many thoughts on it. I saw the trailer, and it looks like you fight Godzilla, and there could be destructible environments. I don't know, but it looks terrible. And that's about where we stand on that. We're probably not playing that garbage because we already have enough garbage on our plate. The Yoshi game is coming out soon for the Switch 2. That is a Switch 2 exclusive, and thanks to Adam Theory for letting us know about that because I didn't know there was a new Switch 2 exclusive or even a new Yoshi game coming out. So we will probably take a look at that. That's coming later this month. And then, of course, we have 007 First Light. That's going to be the main event this month. And then we have also Lego Batman, which you guys, the Shill Fest has already started for that. And they're already hyping it up to the moon and back, and it really just could never be me because could you imagine being excited to play a reskin Batman Arkham Asylum or Arkham City or whatever the hell the game's supposed to be? I mean, honestly, that's just not that intriguing to me. It's basically just a glorified remake under the guise of Lego characters, and that might be fun for a little bit, but it's just like first of all, the Batman games were never good. I mean, let's just be honest. They're highly overrated internet darling games. Why don't you guys go play a real Batman game? It actually does suck, too, because there's not many good Batman games. Why don't you guys actually go play a real Batman game called Batman Dark Tomorrow? I think that's what it's called, and it was on the original Xbox, and I challenge you guys to go back and play that garbage because you normies wouldn't be able to handle that. It doesn't have that, Assassin's Creed kind of combat system. You wouldn't be able to last 10 minutes in that game. And, I'm just not really that excited about another Batman game. The Batman games have really never done much for World Class. But, I mean, if they have Heath Ledger in this one or something like that, because it's called The Dark Knight, right? I mean, I'm assuming they're going to have Heath Ledger in there or something. Obviously, the Joker in there. But hopefully it's not played by Troy Baker because, quite frankly, there's a lot more talent out there, and the industry needs to wake up and open up their eyes. Guys, we need to do a survey. It's been 1 year since Trailer 2. We were out here, and I don't know how many people were in here last year, but we reacted to Trailer 2, and our reaction really wasn't that great compared to Trailer 1. Trailer 1, our jaw was on the floor. And Trailer 2 starts off a little bit more low-key. Fuck you doing up there? And it's just like this. What is this hillbilly shit? Like this is and you have to keep in mind. And hopefully the audio's not crackling, but I suspect that it might be. you have to keep in mind, are we lagging here? I have no way to look at the view count here. Is the stream lagging? We might be having an issue. And that could be affecting views right now. I don't know. I don't have the view counter on the screen. I have no idea what's going on. But we certainly hope that it is working, although we are seeing a message that says encoding overloaded. And I said, well, that's just not going to work for World Class. But I think it might be working. If not, we can put it into performance mode and start kicking things going in the right direction. Look at this right here. Snack bar is in the two-time Tony Hawk combo land, and it is coming through. As Snack Bar is in the building, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. Two-time Tony Hawk combo. He is single-handedly carrying the show. I think we have that SAK guy. But we have Snack Bar in the building coming through. He popping a cherry, setting the mood to vibe the tone and the atmosphere with the two-time Tony Hawk combo. It is what we love to see. So there is lag and crackling. Finally, someone is honest in here. Everyone else is saying it's all okay. You know, I mean, I knew there was going to be crackle, and I knew there was going to be lag. That's how we know. But we'll have to see how this plays out. Snack Bar is coming through with a two-time Tony Hawk combo. He is coming through in a way that makes sense. We are here on the 365-day of radio silence. Of course, we got that delay 6 months ago. The delay for Grand Theft Auto 6, pushing it from May 26, 2026 to November 19th, 2026, was 6 months ago. So over a half a year since the delay announcement, and 1 year since Grand Theft Auto 6 Trailer 2, and Rockstar has been completely, totally silent. But we are suspecting that things are brewing. We are suspecting that Rockstar Games is going to be pulling the curtain back. And look at this right here. The Shadowcast is in the building. It's what we love to see. What a legend. Come on, homie.
At the Shadowcast Super Chatting $5. What you daring up there?
You want to know how I got these scars? My father was a drinker and a fiend, and one night he goes off crazier than usual.
Look at that right there. Shadowcast is in the building, and he is coming through. What a legend. We are lagging. We're going to fix this right now. There's something going on here that shouldn't be happening, and we're going to try and kick it into a higher gear here as something is not responding in a way that makes sense. But I think it should be better now. Hopefully it is. And we got Shadowcast coming through in a way that makes sense. It is what we love to see. You guys have been on fire as of late. The support although last night was a little bit lower than it has been. But I will tell you that overall, you guys have been great on the support, big-time support. You guys are obviously excited about this game as we are. And I told you, I said, starting May 1st, and we got a little bit late start there. But I said starting in May, we're going to be covering Grand Theft Auto 6, and we're going to be exclusively covering this game. And obviously making pit stops when they make the most sense. And, this is the big time to cover the game. This is the month where they're going to be potentially pulling the curtain back. Now, here's the thing. It's been 1 year. Look at this right here. Snack Bar is coming through yet again, and it is what we love to see. What are you doing up there? Snack Bar is in the building, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. It is certainly what we love to see. Snack Bar is in here. He is coming through. I mean, he is plowing through, carrying the whole show here tonight. Shadowcast as well coming through. We got the SE Key guy and motherfucking ass. Shadowcast is in the building. He is plowing through bigly and strongly with, I believe, the 4 or 5-time Tony Hawk combo. And it is what we love to see. The Snack Bar, he threw the Wonka bar, because he might get that motherfucking golden ticket in there, and that'd be so much content, you know what I mean? I mean, they really should. Mr. Beast, this is what Mr. Beast should do, and if he hasn't done this already, because he has his own chocolate, right? Mr. Beast has his own chocolate. And the Queen is in here. She's fired up. She's a fantastic woman, I'll tell you that. She's so beautiful, so sexy. And she's so fantastic, I'll tell you that. Just unbelievably amazing. And we do love the Queen. The Queen is so amazing. And she's always in here, and she's always supportive, and she's just utterly amazing. But Mr. Beast, I'll tell you this, Mr. Beast, he should do a golden ticket. And if you open up the chocolate bar and you get the golden ticket, you come in and you could be a part of his video. I'm assuming he's already done something like that before, because that wouldn't make sense on why you wouldn't do that unless it's something that you can only do in the movie. I don't know. But nonetheless, Snack Bar is in the building. We got to get on that Wonka. It's cold out here. I'll tell you that right now. So we're going to start that rocking. And then we know that, generates a little conversation on them drama forums, So we love when the conversation is generated. That's why we made the Jerry Lawler video before any of you guys found the channel. You thought you had it figured out. You thought you understood it. But boy, oh boy, were you guys a little late to the party, huh? Oh, man. What a sad situation. I mean, imagine finding the channel when I'm 30 years old. You could have found it when I was 21. We had a lot more energy. Sucks to be a part of the Big Losers Club, huh? Woo! Cállate, pinche. How about them taco tornadoes last night? No, man, never again. $20 meal, and it would look like it went through the war zone. It's a sad situation, but maybe that was my fault. I have no idea. Guys, let's go on to the chat. The chat is totally dead unless it locked up. It has been 1 year since the biggest entity in all of video, Grand Theft Auto 6 Trailer 2. Now, here's why that's not a big concern just yet. Because, first of all, we have the Take-Two conference call on May 21st. That is coming very soon. Okay? And presumably next Tuesday could be the time and place where they pull the curtain back. I think the window looks pretty clear. The runway looks pretty clear. And I think that could very well be that time and place where they pull that curtain back and say, hey, wait a minute. No, we do have trailer 3 for you. And here it is. And you're going to be blown away. And that would be amazing. Now, obviously, that's not set in stone. Now, obviously, that isn't confirmed. However, if you go on Google, because you guys won't believe me, so go ahead and get on Google. Okay, I'll give you a moment because you guys are like, how do I get on Google? I got dial-up. I don't know. Why don't you call that grandma that built the computer? I'm sure she's still watching. And it's just like, bro, motherfucking ass. Go on. Look at this right here. Harry Holmes. Harry Holmes is in the building. It's so much content and support. We can't even keep up. The computer's lagging.
Has just tipped £20
Look at this right here.
chat. A year to celebrate the anniversary
My
of
God.
Trailer 2. Hopefully some Rockstar says the world is not ready for this
Look at
game.
this right here. It's unbelievable.
When it releases into the
It is
world.
absolutely unbelievable as Harry Holmes is coming through, and he's coming through so bigly and so strongly with that hard and strong $20 super chat. The orange tangerine is in the building and coming through. Harry Holmes making a damn point, and it is what we love to see. Let's get some W's. Harry Holmes in the freaking building and coming through hard and strong. And it is, believe me, what we love to see. Harry Holmes coming through, and in a way that makes sense. The support is utterly fantastic. You guys are coming through, big-time superstars in the building here today. And it is, believe me, what we love to see. Let's get it out for Harry Holmes. Come on. That's what we're talking about. Harry Holmes is in the building. He is coming through. And he says a year to celebrate the anniversary of Trailer 2. Hopefully some new from Rockstar Games soon, as the world is not ready for what this game is going to do. Everything will be dead when it releases, and it absolutely will, and that's why these publishers and developers are trying to get their game out before the biggest entity in all of video. I said any game coming after, and there's people in here that believe that Metro 2039 is really coming out in December, by the way. Can you imagine believing that?
I'll tell you what, okay? And I need you to lock in and start listening. It can never be me. So take it to Reddit, take it to 4channel, and go, oh my gosh, world class, you know? Okay, I mean, if you really think that Metro 2039 is coming out this winter, you might have a loose screw upstairs, and you know, quite frankly, you need to get it tightened. So that is what we can tell you. But I will say that we're not concerned that it has been 1 year since they have talked about this game, because quite frankly, and look at this right here. The support continues as DiGiorito is taking us to the promised land, and it's what we love to see.
2,779 super chat.
DiGiorito!
What's up, world class?
Look at this right here. Beautiful big dog support. Look at this. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. DiGiorito is in the building, and he is coming through hard and strong. And in a way that makes sense. You guys are the superstars, and you are fueling the show, and really just coming through in a big way. And we do appreciate it, and we do salute you, because you guys are just coming through. You guys are the troops. You guys are the warriors plowing through the sludge, as DiGiorito is in the building as well. We got beautiful support here to really kick this show off, and in a way that makes sense.
And it is what we love to see. You want to know how I got these scars? My father was a drinker and a fiend, and one night he goes off crazier than usual. Mommy doesn't like that, not one bit. You stupid idiots. Come on! So here's what we were saying before. It has been 1 year since trailer 2. We can watch trailer 2 again because you can't get enough of the biggest entity in all of video, believe me. I mean, Brian, not Brian, but Lucia and Jason, I mean, they're just... I'm telling you, no one is going to get outside of their basement. Is the audio that bad that you guys can't communicate? I mean, is it really that crackly? Because I can flip it over, but it's going to be pure wind. Those are the options that you have today. Those are the only options that you have today. So if you guys can't communicate, I mean, the Queen is in here doing all the heavy lifting to help you guys communicate like human beings, and you guys are not coming through here and talking in a way that makes sense. Why do I have to come out here and do all the heavy lifting? And I have to communicate like normal human beings, okay? You know what it is? I'm going to tell you what it is. It's a coyote pinche moment, okay? That's what it is. It's a coyote pinche moment. And what we were saying is that it has been 1 year since trailer 2. We can go back and watch it because we have it loaded up right here. That's probably why it's lagging, actually. There's no way this is going to run. But with that said, you know, we're on Windows 98. But with that said, we can run this back and celebrate the 1 year anniversary of GTA 6 trailer 2. That's when they put that artwork out as well. They gave us a lot of stuff, and I already knew right then and there that we ain't hearing nothing about this game anytime soon. Because they gave us 50 screenshots. They gave us an all-new website. I mean, they gave us a lot. I mean, quite frankly, they did. Now, with that said, the wait from trailer 1, I need you to lock in and listen, okay? Do you guys need a moment for me to just stop talking? Because sometimes you guys get in a trance, and you just kind of listen, and it's an autopilot situation. But if I be quiet for maybe 30 seconds or something, you might start listening.
At Plural Abyss super chatted $5. Unlimited budget, infinite wokeness. It's over, crying face emoji.
Come on, look at this right here. Plural Abyss is in the building, and it's what we love to see. Plural Abyss is coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. With the $5 super chat, you do love to see it. Plural Abyss is coming through. He's coming through in a way that makes sense. That we can certainly tell you. And he's coming through in a way that makes sense. Plural Abyss with a $5 super chat. And he says, unlimited budget, by the way. And I've heard that, and I just don't believe that. I mean, come on, bro. You're telling me that they got an unlimited budget? What? That's what was said in that interview, I believe. And I think they said that they had an unlimited budget to work with. And it's just like, I don't know what that really means. But... you know, now my expectations are even higher. So you're going to have 100% interior. I mean, if they truly had an unlimited budget, like there shouldn't be any issues with the game. Infinite wokeness as well. Oh, you're going to see that on display. I mean, I can already show you it in trailer 1. It's all plastered all throughout the game. I mean, the fact that well, I'm not going to get into it, but we're not going to get into it because it starts to cause problems in here. And there's a lot of people that pretend, well, I'm not going to get into that either, but like, let's just put it that way, that yes, the game is woke, and that's all you need to know. If you can handle that, great. If you can't handle it, well, you know, it is what it is. But yes, the game is woke, and you are correct. If they want to argue further, we can maybe figure that out and think about that. But I've already tried to do it, and you know, this was, I think, in 2023, and they would call in and you know, proclaim that the game isn't woke and all this sorts of shit. And it's just like, well, I don't know what your definition of woke is, but it certainly has modern themes in the game. So, okay, we got Pearl Abyss coming through. And it is what we love to see. Now, what I was trying to say, I don't think we finished it. I said, it has been 1 year since Grand Theft Auto 6 Trailer 2. And, you know, that's been 365 days. It's been 6 months since they delayed the game, right? They delayed the game in November. And it has been quite some time since they last pulled a curtain back on this game, clearly. Right? 1 year since trailer 2, 1 year since all of the new screenshots, 1 year since the updated website. But here's the thing. The wait from trailer 1, okay, the wait from trailer 1 to trailer 2 was, I believe, and you can Google this because all you have to do is figure out when trailer 1 launched, which I believe was December 4th, 2023. And you just do the simple math here, right? Last year, trailer 2 came out, so May 6th of 2025. So if you do the calculation there from December 4th, 2023 to May 6th, 2025, I believe that is over 500 days. So that means that we went over 500 days. I thought it was 400, but apparently it's 500. 500 days of absolutely nothing. So you guys think 365 is bad. Try coming over here and coming back to the summer of 2024 talking about a game that wasn't going to have a trailer 2 until May of 2025. Yeah. Get on that level. Get on that level and come back in here. Get on that level and come back in here. So we waited over 500 days between trailer 1, which launched, I believe, December 4th, 2023. Trailer 2 launched May 6th of 2025. I believe that's over 500 days. So Rockstar Games did not update anyone on the biggest entity in all of video for over 500 days, if my calculations are correct. Now we are back in the silence era. However, this time around, it is a different ball game because the game is coming out in 197 or 96 days, if the calculations are correct. November 19th, 2026. So what that means is that the curtain has to be pulled back sooner rather than later. Of course, the Take-Two conference call is coming May 21st. And again, yes, it's been 365 days since we saw the game, right? In any capacity, whether that be a video, a trailer, a screenshot, what have you. However, with that said, it isn't that long of a wait, okay? And again, a lot of people are really looking at next Tuesday, and I think they are opening up their eyes. I think they are raising their eyebrow. And I think that has to be, I mean, unless there is something else happening, I think that honestly just has to be the time and place where we get something on the biggest entity in all of video. Because in my opinion, and it's just kind of common sense, they have to go into the investor call and they have to talk big about this game. And, you know, if they have something to show for that's brand new and they got tons of numbers to back that up, that's going to look real good, right? And the investor's going to be real happy. So I do believe that a trailer 3 makes a lot of sense. Do I need a trailer 3? If I know that the game is not going to be delayed? No, I don't. I honestly don't need a trailer 3. If I had a crystal ball, and rather a DeLorean. If I had a DeLorean, right? Have you guys seen Back to the Future? Have you got? Okay. Now you need to start listening. Now getting back to what we were saying, which I don't remember what that was. We lost our train of thought there. But we were talking about trailer 3. We were talking about the investors, and I said they have to have something to show for. It's common sense. So next Tuesday, the 12th, is really looking interesting to say the least. And I don't know. I think Forza Horizon comes out later that week. But again, the runway is still clear enough to where that's not going to, mess with anything.
No one's going to be playing Forza Horizon. They're trying to resurrect Xbox. The new CEO, she's trying to resurrect Xbox. And they're going to stop. What are they going to stop doing? They're going to stop doing Copilot on mobile and Xbox. I don't think that's a win. I mean, no one was going to use it. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't think that's a win. And then now she came out, she tweeted that they have a brand new Xbox intro, right? When you boot up your Xbox, the 5 people that boot up their Xbox, you know, they boot their Xbox up and they're going to see a brand new intro, and it's just like that. Those are the priorities. Like, what are we doing? I mean, you know, I mean, she might be doing more than Phil Spencer has done. You know, I don't know what Uncle Phil has been doing, but boy, oh boy, has it been very little. At one point, I thought he was planting the seeds, and they were going to blossom and look really fantastic, and Game Pass was going to really pay off. But of course, that didn't turn out the way that I don't think anyone had anticipated. I'm not a Game Pass subscriber because there's no games on there that I want to play. Like, why would I subscribe to this service when there's nothing for me there? And in order to really make Game Pass, and I already said this, I think they can make the next Xbox great. I think you can bring the sales back to the hardware. Of course, that's not their bread and butter, but nonetheless, you could still make that bigger. Of course, you want more. So I think in order to really sell the next Xbox, I think she needs to come out and continue to do that great PR and that great work and say, you know what, motherfucking ass, Xbox Live multiplayer is going free. And like dead ass, I think that would be cool. You know what I mean? I think that would be interesting to say the least, because that's one of the reasons why I bought the PlayStation 3 back in the day, was because not only, you know, was it just kind of a cooler machine. Well, the 360 was fantastic. Let's not get that mixed up. However, with that said, I said free online. I'm not paying for Xbox Live. Why would I pay to play online? That's ridiculous, right? I'm not doing that. So I bought a PlayStation 3. It had free online. So I'm like, well, I'm getting more for my money, because if I buy a game and I want to play the online, I don't then have to pay for the freaking Xbox Live service, which is ridiculous, like $50-$60 a year, whatever it was back then. You know, that's why I bought a PlayStation 3. One of the biggest reasons why I bought a PlayStation 3 was because, well, the 360s were prone to fail. I still have my coffin. The 360 we had, they sent it back, right? They fixed the 360 and they sent it back, and I still have my box from the factory that they sent it back from. I mean, we might put that up on eBay. I'll sign it and say, this is my Xbox 360 coffin, and you guys will buy it for like $10, and I'll be like, damn, you guys are awesome. You know what I mean? But like motherfucking ass. So that's another reason why we didn't go 360, because I was afraid it was scratching the discs. I mean, the hardware was unpredictable. I don't like when the hardware is unpredictable, which of course that's what's doing here today. But the hardware is unpredictable. What is that bird doing? The hardware is unpredictable. I said, well, hell, what if my 360 fails? I have all of these games, and then I won't be able to play them, and we'll have to send it off to Xbox. Takes them weeks to fix it, send it back. It could freaking red ring again. And then I was having an issue at one point where the damn thing was like scratching the discs, and they weren't Blu-ray, right? The 360 games aren't Blu-ray, so they were more prone to scratch. There were so many more benefits to buy the PlayStation 3. Now, the caveat of the PlayStation 3 was that the third-party titles looked and performed worse. So, you know, yeah, you were getting free online, but you know, at what cost? I mean, you look at Mafia 2 on PlayStation 3 versus 360, and in Mafia 2, if you go to the swimming pool, there's no water in the PlayStation 3 version. I ain't trolling. And it's just like, to me, that's kind of big. Like, it's not just resolution and frame rate. It's like, no, they're removing objects within the game world. And I just can't have that. But in order to turn Xbox around, they got to do something big like that. Free multiplayer for console gamers, right? If you buy an Xbox, what is the next one called? What is the tag? What is the code name for it? Project Helix or something? What, I don't know what it is. I think that's what it's called, Project Xbox Helix. If you buy the next generation Xbox in the coming, you know, 2 years from now, you get free multiplayer. That's pretty big, right? That would be amazing, because Sony's not doing that. They ain't doing that. So that would be big. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to do that, because obviously, I mean, at this point, it's just like, I mean, you got to bring the brand back to, like, the cool levels, right? Because the PlayStation seemingly has the marketing deal for this game. It's officially over. Like, everyone's buying the PlayStation 5. The only reason why they won't buy a PlayStation 5 is if they can't find one. And I already told you guys, I said the PlayStation 5, all versions of the PlayStation 5 will be sold out in stores come November 19th, and even probably before that. Xboxes as well. We'll probably get a camera guy going into the stores to take a look to confirm those things, because that's journalism. And it's just like, bro, I have to see what's going on, because I can't see. I'm going to be inside playing the game. We're going to be, immersed into the world of Vice City. And we have to have someone on the boots on the ground to see what's going on. With that said, another way you can save Xbox is backwards compatibility. It's really fantastic. I mean, it's not 100%, but it's a lot better than PlayStation, right? I can't play PS3 games on my PS4, right? Unless I do it through that cloud thing. I don't even know if they have that anymore. PlayStation Now, do they still have Play? Who is using PlayStation Now? There's like 5 people on the planet. Ain't nobody using that. And so you got to run those to the cloud. I don't even know if they have that service anymore. They might have abandoned that service. But these are the ways you have to focus on the strengths of Xbox, the backwards compatibility, how they've done great work there, and how some of the games have the 60 frames boost. You just put the game in and you download it, and then you get the 60 frames boost automatically applied. That's fantastic. And I think Grand Theft Auto 4 has that. Now, unfortunately, Grand Theft Auto 4, they removed a lot of music from the original release. So you won't get that original music, but you'll get that 60 frames locked. And, of course, it didn't run like that on the original Xbox 360. It was 30 frames. They don't do 60 frames. And look at this right here. Snack Bar is coming. Snack Bar's locked in. This guy is amazing. This guy is, I mean, I can envision what Snack Bar looks like, and I'm going to tell you, it looks like a Chad. Snack Bar is locked in. I mean, you're not going to give this. How many viewers do we have? I have no idea. It's not on the screen at all. Can you guys tell me how many viewers we have, or am I going to be? Actually, if it's disappointing, don't tell me. I'm going to predict 235. I'm going to say 235. Let me know if I'm close. 235. I cannot see this on the screen at all. You don't have to believe me. You can think that I'm lying. I don't care. I'm going to say 235 on the view count here. Let's take 220. Oh, my God. You got to go to 4channel. You got to go to Reddit. You got to go to Twitter. Nobody is doing this. Who is outside talking about the world of video games? I've been doing this for 6 years straight. And no one has said, you know what? I'm going to join in on this. They just can't do it. It doesn't make sense to me. That's why world class is on a higher level. And that's why we got the higher level thinkers in here. You know what I mean? Because you guys recognize greatness. I mean, sometimes you guys fail to communicate and you guys play dumb, but, that's just a little gimmick that you guys do. And, we know that you're high IQ, and we know that you guys are fantastic because you guys have recognized greatness, and that's why you're here. I mean, you're not here to hate, right? I mean, that could never be you guys, right? You want to know how I got these scars? My father was a drinker and a fiend, and one night he was off crazier than usual. They cannot lock in. So nonetheless, that's how you bring back Xbox. But Xbox is in shambles because I think the PlayStation has the marketing deal for Grand Theft Auto 6. So every time they show this off, and we know this because the trailer 2, I think, was captured on a PlayStation 5. I think Rockstar did come out and confirm that last year. That trailer 2 was captured on a PlayStation 5. So it's going to be a big blow to Xbox as they're not going to have the marketing rights for this game. And, of course, it's going to perform better on the PlayStation 5 Pro because the Series X compared to the PlayStation 5 Pro hardware, I do believe that the PlayStation 5 Pro is obviously a little bit more powerful, at least in terms of GPU. And that's why the Project Helix, that'll probably come out late 2027, and then that'll be the definitive place to play Grand Theft Auto 6, unless PlayStation, unless they counter it and say, no, we have PlayStation 6 coming sooner than you think. So that's where that stands, but it's just, you're going to get 60 frames on the PlayStation 5 Pro, but the thing is, I don't think it's going to be locked at 60 frames unless they can really figure a solution out. I think it might be up to 60 frames in a lot of areas, but when things get really chaotic in the game, I think it will ultimately dip down to 40 frames, maybe even 30 frames. I think it will be a fluctuation frame rate. But I don't care about numbers, dude. I want to play an immersive open world game where I feel like I'm living in Vice City. And to me, it doesn't matter if it's running at 30, 60, 120, 240, whatever. I'll take what I can get, right? I mean, some of your favorite games were running at 30 frames back on the PlayStation 4. No one cared about frame rate. Bloodborne was an amazing game, right? You guys love Bloodborne. That's your guys' game, not mine. Believe me, I don't play garbage like that. But you guys love Bloodborne. That game runs at like 30 frames on the PlayStation 4, if that even, probably. And all of the games. Last of Us 2. When The Last of Us 2 came out in 2020, 6 years ago. Now, of course, you guys don't like that game, but I'm just saying it's a big game. And that game was running at 30 frames on the PlayStation 4 when it came out 6 years ago. There wasn't a 60 frames option. It wasn't on PS5 yet. And I don't even think that they didn't even have, I don't even think 60 frames came to the PS5 version until a little bit later on. So there was just no option to play a lot of these games. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima, is that at 60 frames on the PS4? I doubt it. And even if it is, it's just, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you guys are so much has happened within just the last 6 years that this whole 60 frames conversation was not even in the cards, really. And for cinematic games, I don't need 60 frames. It makes it look like a soap opera because movies are filmed at 23.976, 24 frames a second. And, well, most of them are. And it's just like, bro, that's the reality of it. So you guys have no problem, consuming these movies and going to the theater to see your 24 frames a second. But when it comes down to the video game, you're like, oh, my God, I need my 60 frames. Shut up. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It's a sad situation that we can tell you. Well, they're not going to be changing the driving because, and it's a smart move from Rockstar. I mean, you take a look at the GTA 5 driving and it's terrible, but it makes sense. If I were on the creative board and I were a head honcho at Rockstar Games, I would say, yes, it sucks, but it's what's needed. Look at this right here, Harry Holmes! Harry Holmes! We're going to the promised land tonight! Oh my God!
Tipped £10 through Super Chat. Michael, you are different to the mainstream as you do it in a
and that's why they're hot about it.
Talk to your views, which the big channels have sponsored to please. Some people should join to support.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They got sponsors. They can't rock the boat. They have talent agencies that they're signed to. They literally are just a vessel for a lot of these companies, and honestly, it must be pretty depressing because they creatively kind of can't do what they want. They have to just kind of be this like unofficial spokesman for these games and things like that. You have to have the safe opinion. You got to be brand friendly to get those big deals, and it's just a bunch of baloney. And it's just like, at what point does that become really annoying? That's why I stopped reviewing games, because I almost felt like I was pressured into saying that the game was good because they gave me a free copy. You know what I mean? And it's just like, because it's like, well, they did give you a free copy of the game, and I'm going to try and sugarcoat a little bit here, but man, oh man, this game is maybe not that fantastic. And it's like, well, shit, they gave me a free game. I want to continue this relationship. I'm not saying I lied, but it's just like, you are under pressure and different type of pressure when you're in that position, and that's why it's like, I don't need these review codes. I'll wait, and we'll lose on viewership. Who cares? Because it's just like, I'm not going to shill your game just because you send it to me early. Like, to me, that's just boring. Like, that's just utterly ridiculous. And Harry Holmes coming through big and strong. Look at this right here. Harry Holmes is in the building. 1 year since GTA 6 Trailer 2 and 6 months since the delay in November, as they pushed it from May of 26 to November of 26. And that's where we stand right now. And we need you to lock in a way that makes sense. But getting back to the driving, well, actually, Harry Holmes, let's read this. He says, you are different to the mainstream. You do it in an intimate way. I think that's a very interesting description there. It is certainly an intimate show. and you talk to your viewers, which the big channels have sponsors, so they can't. That's what I'm saying. They are basically under the they're the puppeteer. I mean, they're the puppet, and the motherfucking puppeteer up here controlling and pulling the strings. And it's like, well, since we are basically blacklisted from the games industry, there's so many people that got me blocked on Twitter, and it's just like I've never interacted once with these people, but man, oh man, are they soy latte losers? Because I mean, they're really they're soft and weak, and it's just like, bro, all I did was put out a clip of a video game and say that it's slop, don't buy this, and they got hot about it because they produced the slop, and it's just like whatever, dude. But Harry Holmes in the building, plowing through. Well, Red Dead Redemption 2 is not on 60 frames. It's not 60 frames on any console, I don't believe. It's only on PC at 60 frames, and that game came out 7 or 8 years ago. They're still clamoring for that to be remastered, but they just don't have time. I mean, unless they outsourced it, they don't have time. They're working on the biggest entity in all of video. And if they were to come out with a 60 frames version, a remastered version, an enhanced version, they would honestly take away from Grand Theft Auto 6, in my opinion, but they would make a lot of money. But you do run the risk of it maybe pulling attention away from Grand Theft Auto 6 a little bit, and I don't think that that's what you want to do at this stage in the game. Now, last year you could have done it. You could have put out Red Dead Redemption 2 enhanced, Red Dead Redemption 2 remastered, and said, it's now enhanced for the PlayStation 5 and stuff like that, PS5 Pro. And things like that, but now I don't think there's room for that. I think you have to lock into the biggest entity in all of video, and you have to just go down that road, and you keep it tunnel vision on that. You can't pivot to these games that people want and things like that, because they've had plenty of time to re-enhance it. They've had plenty of time to remaster it. They've had plenty of time to add the 60 frames patch and things like that, and they just haven't done it, and I just don't think it's a priority. So. But they do love telling you about the Red Dead Online events. They love telling you to get in there and play that. And it's just like, what are we doing? Like, there's got to be some leadership change over at Rockstar, because it's just like, who is jumping online because of that? Like, they're already playing it. That's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. Why are you even advertising this? Why are you hyping this up? The Red Dead Online players, they're already playing the game. You're not convincing them to come back in, right? Because they're already playing the game, or they dropped it. And that's it. You're not convincing anyone new to jump ship and say, oh, yeah, let's check out Red Dead 2 online because they have this, XP bonus thing. There's no new content. They said they stopped working on content 2 or 3 years ago for the freaking Red Dead Online, Red Dead 2 Online. And that's because it wasn't the GTA 6 Online that they were probably hoping that it would be. I played it when it first came out, I think in November. The game came out in October, and then a little bit later on in November, they launched the online. I played the first mission, and I said, well, to me, it just didn't, the gameplay is a little bit more sped up, and it's just like I was used to the single-player experience, and, their online is so different than what it used to be with GTA 4 Online, because GTA 4 Online was the first online game from Rockstar Games, I believe. And that was a simplistic playlist thing where you just go into team deathmatch, free-for-all, cops and robbers, all of this other stuff. You weren't doing a life simulator. You weren't. I mean, I think there was some progression systems, but it was pretty minimalist, and that's more like it. It's just about having fun. It's not about going to someone's apartment in the game and living your virtual life. And obviously, that makes more money, and that's why it's $1 billion game now. But dude. Because they've realized that these losers are so lonely, they're not going to get outside in real life. So now wait till Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, and wait till the online for Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. I mean, you're really never going to be leaving the basement ever again. So you thought World of Warcraft back in its prime was big. Well, you haven't seen anything like it. They're not locking in. It's ridiculous. Let's take a look here. Red Dead 1 multiplayer was similar to GTA 4. It was a lot of fun, and that's what it was emphasized on. And there was some features that never got over to. But these games are just basically life simulator games now, and it's like, I ain't got time for that. I'll play the campaign, and I'll live the life in there with Jason Lucia. I'm not going to go create my character and talk to other losers in this virtual space. I mean, I don't think that's productive at all. I'll just go replay the campaign or something, but they love their online slop. And obviously we'll check out GTA Online, and maybe at this time it will hit different, but
with the role play elements. I think the role play elements will obviously, no doubt, natively be in there. That the role play elements are going to be there day one. So when you boot up GTA 6, whenever the online comes out, in my opinion, I think the role play elements are going to be there day one. You'll be able to get a job. You'll be able to do, and that's gonna push it to the next level. And that's it. I mean, there's going to be no GTA 7. I mean, they are obviously building this for the next 15 plus years, and content creation that you'll be able to do within the game, create your own levels, create your own, that's already in GTA 5 Online. They just rolled that out within the last few months. The mission designer. So obviously all of that's coming over to what they have right now in GTA Online. That's just kind of basically them to test the waters, so they can bring it over and see how it's doing and performing. Bully 2, by the way. See, this is why you guys are this is when you guys come in here and play that dumb gimmick. Bully 2, by the way. Here's the thing. They're never making Bully 2, okay? It has, how many years has it been since Bully? 20 years? It's been 20 years. I think actually this year is the anniversary. I think Bully came out in 2006, right? I believe it did. Maybe it was 2007, but I think it is. I think it's late 2006 Bully came out, at least in the U.S. It's been 20 years, and you guys are still asking for Bully 2. That's mental illness. Take a hint and realize that it's never coming back, okay? It doesn't matter if you and your 5 other buddies on the internet are clamoring for it. Any comment? DiGiorito! Get it in here! Look at this right here. Beautiful support.
At Dingerito 2,779.
Gonna lock in. Look at this right here. Come on.
Moms around the globe are going to be so busy changing poopy pants to 600.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to be 600 pounds in that basement. They're going to get them frozen pizzas delivered down there to that basement. It's going to be a sad situation. I mean, honestly, that's why I think this game honestly should be. They certainly should be putting more restrictions on this game than ever before, because you have the addiction levels that are going to be off the charts. You have the ultra photorealistic violence and things like that. And obviously the game itself is going to be censored in certain areas, so it's not going to be like the old games. I mean, I would assume, right? Because we actually do know that. You go to the. I'm not going to get into it because they'll get mad in here, but DiGiorito in the building, coming through in a way that makes sense. And that's why we got to start our prediction video soon, and we're gonna lay it down for you guys in a way that makes sense, and so that way it's easy to digest. It's easy to digest because if we say something in here, I mean the stream's 2 hours long. Who's going to really rewatch? Now there are people that do that, and that's fantastic, but. If we do it in a video form that's like 1 minute long, it's a lot easier to come back to and take a look at, and in a way that makes sense. And it's going to be so fantastic because once I'm right, you guys are going to be, you're going to be seeing a big boost in subscribers. They're going to be like, wow, this guy was, he was 6 months out and he predicted the whole thing. And, that's not luck. That's just, we're better than you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just greatness on a whole different level. Because we can't be lucky that many times. I mean, they really just can't handle it. That we can certainly tell you. Bully 2, we're not talking about Bully 2. In fact, we're going to start maybe timing out Bully 2 comments because it shows a little mental illness. And whenever I see mental illness spewing in here, it starts to become a Dr. Phil situation, and I'm not Dr. Phil. I've already told you Bully came out 20 years ago, bud. Okay? Why don't you go back to the game forums and be like all these other losers and sign your petition and realize that the game is never coming back. Okay? They have no incentive to make it. They can maybe do something in GTA 6 Online, or you can go to the college in GTA 6 Online or something. I don't know. But in terms of a Bully 2, it's not happening. Society has changed. You thought the conversation back then, because they were talking, Jack Thompson was trying to get that game out. And honestly, when you really, if you're older now, if you're 40-something years old, 35, if you really look back at that game, honestly, I agree with Jack Thompson. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into it, but it's just like I don't think the game is necessary. I mean, I think it actually does promote violence. And it's detrimental to society. Look at this right here. Henry Holmes yet again, and it's what we love to see. You got to wake up. Come on.
Through Super Chat. People need to understand that this is going to be Rockstar masterpiece. They are not going to make anything else. GTA.
That's what I'm saying.
The main focus. That's their game plan.
This is the massive moneymaker. GTA 6. They ain't making Red Dead 3. I mean, they might make Red Dead 3, but I don't think that would even be a priority once they see the money come in from this one, right? This is going to be the focus. This is going to be the emphasis. This is what they're going to do, and it's going to be looking at that Grand Theft Auto 6 online and maximizing that, and then getting it to the computer eventually, and then getting it to the next-gen consoles eventually. I mean, where do they have time to even do any other game? They don't have time. Like Grand Theft Auto 6, you guys are going to be sick of this game. You guys are clamoring for Trailer 3, clamoring for new information, clamoring for screenshots. But there's going to be a point in about 6 months and about 190-something days where you're sick of this game already. And, well, good luck because, you know, if you guys are getting sick of it now, in about 190-something days, you're going to be really tired of it because it's going to flood the social media. You're going to be seeing nothing but Grand Theft Auto 6 videos on YouTube, and you're going to have to choose who to watch, who to listen to in terms of their reactions and reviews and all of this other stuff. And there's going to be a lot of people to choose from because everyone's going to stream the game because the technology has enabled us to easily hit go live on everything. And this wasn't even a thing 10 years ago. I mean, 10 years ago, in order to go live on the internet, you couldn't pull up your phone and hit go live. That wasn't an option, believe it or not. And if you want to contest that, that's go ahead and do that. They had Periscope and they had things like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about going live on YouTube from your phone. That wasn't a possibility in 2016. And, so it was a lot, in order to stream, you were basically a desktop streamer. There was no IRL. It was just not accessible as it is now, and it's not as easy as it is now. And that meant that you had a little bit more spotlight on you because less people knew how to do it. It was kind of a knowledge thing. You had to figure out how to do it. You had to learn the craft. You had to learn the equipment that you needed. You had to, figure that out and figure it out in a way that makes sense. And now you can just hit go live on your PlayStation. And that's about it. Now, I guess you could in 2013. You could go live on the PlayStation 4, but, nobody was doing that. Okay, we're going to start timing out the bully stuff. Where are the mods? We're going to start timing out the bully comments, okay? If you're going to start talking about bully, first of all, you're a loser, okay? You guys should not be promoting that game because it's incentivizing people. You guys are dumb, okay? I mean, it's as simple as that. If you think Bully 2 needs to happen and exist, you guys are losers, okay? They shouldn't be making a game called Bully where you run around and fight other students in the school, okay? Come on. Like, it's common sense. I don't care. You guys are dumb. Grow up and get a job. And I already talked about that summer job. I said, you guys need a summer job. So that way you guys can afford GTA 6 because it might be $80. You guys will be bitching about that price, but you had plenty of time to save up. You got 6 months right now to save up $80. $1 a day, you'll be there in less than 2 months. Well, 3 months. I mean, it's just really that simple. There's 30 months in a day, there's 30 days in a month typically, right? Sometimes less, sometimes more. You save up $1 a day, you're $60, 2 months. I mean, you still got plenty of time. So I don't want to hear anyone complaining about the price point of Grand Theft Auto 6 because it's ridiculous, that we can tell you. You guys are lazy. You could go mow some lawns. You can make $60. You can make $80 in 2 days, if that even. You just go up to someone's door and you say, motherfucking ass, your grass needs to be mowed, and they might say, here's $20. They might not, but hey, it is what it is. Look at this right here, 2027 Mustang is coming through.
At 2027 Mustang owner super chatted €6. Battlefront 3 will make GTA 6 a snooze fest.
I don't know what that is. Battlefront 3, I don't know what that is. Nobody is playing those Star Wars games, but did they just announce that? I don't think they did. I think you're full of it. No one is playing Star Wars games, bro. Star Wars fell off. George Lucas got scammed. Okay, George Lucas did get scammed. He sold it for what, $5 billion? Star Wars is worth more. Well, I don't know about now, but back then it was, and he destroyed some of the movies. He went back in, and I don't know the whole lore because here's the thing, I've never seen one Star Wars movie before. But I think he went back in and he added digital effects to his old movies, and they didn't like that. They got hot about that. And then he made prequels, 3 prequels in like the early 2000s or something, and it's just like you got Jar Jar Binks, you got this like Boba Fett dude, like I don't know who these hobos are. I mean, I've never even seen the first Star Wars from the 70s. Of course, that's not the first one according to the lore, and I'd love to go to these Star Wars conventions because they hold a lot of these Star Wars conventions, and I'd love to argue with these people because I said the first Star Wars movie, I have it on VHS. It came out in 1977 or 1978. Like that's the first Star Wars movie. I don't know what to tell you. And apparently the second one's the best one, or the Empire Strikes Back. That one's apparently the best Star Wars movie ever. Never seen it. I have no idea what the story is. You got Darth Vader. You got Luke Skywalker. I mean, what is the story? Like they're having a war in space. Like, why would I care about that? And then there's like this romantic storyline with Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher. I don't know what's going on with these movies. I don't think they have storylines. But Darth Vader eventually takes his mask off. I know this part because it's a meme. He takes his mask off and he says, "Luke, I'm your father." I don't know what that means, but what is the storyline? This is the story. Like the motherfucker over here talking about Battlefront 3, like motherfucking ass, like George Lucas got scammed. He sold it for $6 billion. Disney bought it, whatever it was. It was low. I mean, that's a lot of money, obviously, but he was already rich. I mean, what the hell? And Disney bought it, and they made these terrible movies that you guys still went to go see, and they turned it into a bunch of stupid, silly stuff. Not that it wasn't stupid or silly before, but obviously it was more of like a filmmaker thing, and now it's just less like it's like a theme park, a brand. Like that's basically what it is. Yeah, I've never seen one episode of I've never seen any of the Star Wars movies. I played a lot of the games. I have the GameCube one, the Bounty Hunter one. That one's actually kind of cool. And of course, Knights of the Old Republic. But you create your own character. You don't really have to know what's going on. Knights of the Old Republic. And what happened to that remake? What happened to Knights of the Old Republic remake? Are they still working on that? They announced that like 2 or 3 years ago. I haven't heard a damn thing. And they'll probably destroy that. Unreal Engine slop. I can only imagine how terrible that will be. But we have fond memories of that game. I don't think it would hold up well right now because the combat's turn-based. And, ain't nobody want to sit there and watch a freaking animation. That's, we're in 2026, so we got to play the game, right? And it's just like, bro, you could go down to the arena in the bar and you could fight these dudes and become the champion. And I thought that was really awesome. You become the Jedi Master or whatever. And I thought that was really cool. And then they made Mass Effect because they probably lost the Star Wars license, the IP. So they made this like knockoff Mass Effect shit where these gamers are like so obsessed with it. And it's just like, Commander Shepard, oh my God, and all these other stupid characters. And I'm like, this is a terrible game. Like the combat was so terrible in Mass Effect. And they got hot about that too. In fact, some people left when I started bitching about Mass Effect, because I played Mass Effect 2 on the stream probably a few months ago. I don't know, maybe 4 months ago, something like that. We played it not too long ago, and I was trashing the shit out of it. I said, this is a terrible game. The NPCs don't even move around on the screen, and you guys are shilling this like it was the Second Coming back in the day. And I'm like, bro, the NPCs don't even move on the screen, and I think this game came out after freaking GTA 4, or right around that time, and it's like, bro, this is ridiculous. We went to the city in Mass Effect, and they don't even move around. I ain't playing that crap. You guys can go reminisce about how great that franchise is. That's fantastic. I don't need to play one of those games. They're boring. We'll maybe play the new one when it comes out, but the first one had an interesting premise, but when we played it, we found out that it was a terrible game. And and the second one, which you guys love to shill, by the way, the only one I think worth playing is probably the first one. And even that I wouldn't recommend, really, because it's not good. But with that said, Mass Effect 2, they took out the traversal system where you could land on the planet, right? You could pick a planet from the Commander Shepard station, and then you would land on it with your rover, and you could drive around. And it's like, well, yeah, there wasn't any content, but it was still cool. And then they gave you less in Mass Effect 2, and you guys loved it. You guys went on IGN forums and all these other forums, Game Facts back in the day, and you're like, oh, Mass Effect 2. Motherfucking trash. Never shilled that back in the day. Like, that's why we don't got a video of it on the channel, because it sucks. Play no Mass Effect slop. Like, yeah, let's play this like wannabe Star Wars. Like, if it were Star Wars, Knights of the Republic 3 or something, maybe, but ain't nobody playing that slop. And that's why these games are so cardboard. I mean, that franchise is totally dead. They haven't made one since, 2016, 2017, 2018, whenever it came out. It's a totally dead franchise. And it's just because the games suck. I mean, when you play Grand Theft Auto 6, you won't need to play another game. I mean, gaming is honestly coming to an end on November 19th, 2026. It's over. It's over. It's over. Snack bar is in the building, and again, you need to lock in.
Bar super chatted $5. I can't believe the immaculate quality of this world-class stream, folks.
That's what I'm talking
This
about.
is too much.
Well, that's why we got a motherfucking audio.
Clapping hands emoji.
We got a motherfucking audio crackling. We got the stream glitching. I mean, they just can't handle it. They just can't handle it. Snack bar is in the building, and he is plowing through. I mean, that's got to be the 6 or 7 time Tony Hawk combo, and it is what we love to see. Snack bar. He's probably playing that Rocket League yet again. I think we played that on the stream. I don't remember. I don't know. But Snack bar, man, you've been coming through bigly and strongly, and I'm going to get them muscles out for you because you need a taste of this. Look at that right there. I mean, that's too much content. That's too much content right there. Snack bar's in the building. He is coming through. Logan Paul just tweeted today. He said, if you want his physique, you say 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups every day. That's what he said. I might have to try that out. That's a lot of work, but that's what you got to put it in. You got to put in a lot of work in order to get those muscles. But these people on the internet, they want to just run to. They don't want to put in work. They don't believe in that. They voted for Kamala. They voted for Bernie. And it's really, they want free handouts. They want free health care. And it's a sad situation. Let's take a look here. Yeah, Logan Paul said today 100 push-ups every day, 100 sit-ups every day if you want his body. And I said, you know what? We might have to put that to the test. Because eventually it would be easy to do. I mean, it would probably take about a month and a half if we were really locked in. But 100 push-ups, I don't know if we could do that right now. I don't think we could. We're pretty weak, as you can see there. But if we did 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups every day, eventually it would get easy to do. I think it would actually get pretty easy to do after maybe a year of doing them. 6 months maybe. They would probably get a lot easier to do. You wouldn't be able to. But, I mean, you got to be committed. It's a lot of work, believe me, and that's why they don't want to do it. I can't handle it. It's so sad. Okay, let's take a look at what Adam Theory had to say here. He came through earlier and he said Mass Effect 1 was the best one of the series lore-wise. It kind of went off the rails. Yeah, they turned into terrible games. I mean, not that the first one was good, but it was at least the first one. It was a brand new IP from BioWare, right? And it came off of, I think, Knights of the Republic 1, right? I'm transferring my Witcher 3 save to PC. We don't care. I'm sorry, but bro, I don't understand. We weren't talking about The Witcher 3. I was talking about Mass Effect. And more importantly, we're talking about the biggest entity in all of Nvidia. See, this is why I can't wait for this game to come out, because you losers that play these games with 5 other losers that play them, I mean, they're going to be just, it's over. This is the comment, and it's coming in to basically, I mean, this is, it's, here's the thing. It's, what is this? What do they call this? The maybe double-edged sword. There's a saying for this when it's like positive and negative. I can't remember the devil's kiss or something. I don't know what it is. But Grand Theft Auto 6 is gaming's lifeline right now. So the gaming industry, I mean, the normies they like their live service games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, Roblox, NBA 2K, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we understand those games are successful and they always will be. But outside of those games, the gaming industry is dead. I mean, it really is. And those are the only games that are carrying the industry. If those games didn't exist, it'd be over. I mean, nobody would be playing any of this stuff. So this is the lifeline here for an industry that is failing to catch up. And it's fighting social media. It's fighting AI. I mean, this is a medium that you went to interact with it, and it's been replaced. It's obsolete. I mean, look at this right here. Harry Holmes is in the building yet again. Harry Holmes is in the building yet again.
76 has just tipped £10 through Super Chat.
Look at this right here.
I am a Star Wars fan, but the movies are very silly and they sort of follow a story, and the Skywalker basic prequel follow Anakin Skywalker. How is Luke Leia father that it basically?
Yeah, I mean, Harry Holmes is in the building. He's coming through in a way that makes sense. That's got to be a 4 or 5 time Tony Hawk combo right there from Harry Holmes. What a legend. We got beautiful big-time support here. On the 1-year anniversary stream of GTA 6 Trailer 2, we can also run that trailer back in a way that makes sense. We were live for 1 hour. Harry Holmes in the building coming through yet again, and he says, I'm a Star Wars fan, but the movies are really silly, and they sort of follow a story, and the Skywalker is basically a prequel. They follow Anakin Skywalker. How is Luke his father? Yeah, I'd have to watch them and sit down with them to see if we can understand them. But I've watched The Dark Knight, and I don't understand that movie. But that's okay because it's a Christopher Nolan movie. Those movies, you don't understand them. Now you have these pseudo-intellectuals that go on Reddit, and they think they got it all figured out. Well, the thing is that they're dumb. They don't understand the movie either, because what Christopher Nolan has done is he's created a sham. He just films a bunch of crazy stuff, and there's no story. And he says it's a movie. You know what I mean? I mean, that's basically it. There's really no... I mean, I've watched Inception, and honestly, that was the moment where we knew that we were a little slow. Because everyone around me said that they understood the plot of Inception, that they understood what was going on in the movie. I didn't understand anything. Didn't make sense to me. And, but that's all of his movies. Even The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is no exception. There's a scene in The Dark Knight, especially near the end. The Joker makes a decision, but it's not spelled out, right? The Joker doesn't come out and say why he did that. And you just have to understand it, and we didn't understand it. But I said I was entertained. I appreciated Heath Ledger's performance on the big screen, and that was the only good part of the movie. I mean, whenever he was off the screen, it was a snooze fest. I hate to say that, but it's true. I mean, I remember sitting in the theater in 2008 with a few buddies, and motherfucking ass, I was bored. I mean, straight up, I was bored when Heath Ledger was not on the screen. And I remember the magic trick scene when he got his big debut, right? Of course, he pulled off the mask in the opening segment. But the movie sucks without Heath. I mean, without Heath. And that's why The Dark Knight Rises, and I went to see that garbage too. Oh, man, that movie blows. Because Heath Ledger's not in it. And Bane is stupid. Like, he's got the mask on. Hello! Batman! Like, what is that garbage? It just gets old. And then the movie's like 3 hours long. It just takes forever to get going. They had that fight scene with Bane. And then at the beginning of the movie for The Dark Knight Rises, they got that airplane sequence. They tried to top the Dark Knight with the buses. And it just didn't hit. But I've never seen Batman Begins. Maybe that's the only... Maybe we could get that one. Snack Bar is in the building, and he is coming through. And he says, what content is GTA 6 online day one? Well, there is no content day one. It's called servers are offline day one. Snack Bar yet again coming through. It is what we love to see. Snack Bar in the building coming through with the 2. And the content for GTA 6 online day one is that there is no content because that ain't going to be online working day one. Good luck thinking that will work day one. It's going to be a few days before things start stabilizing. And even then, presumably they're going to have a new system to get you in a queue to join a freaking server so you can get online and actually experience it. Because I remember back when the GTA Online first came out in 2013, I think it was October, and it was down. There was big problems, and that was back then. That was back before,
GTA Online was a big thing, right? Obviously, it was popular with GTA 4 Online, and GTA was always popular, but like now it's a totally different beast. So good luck trying to play it day one because it ain't working. There's no way. Unless they have an all-new system, there's no way. Fall of 2027, yeah. I think, fall of 2027, absolutely. I honestly think that's a fantastic thing. No, I'm not even trolling. I think fall 2027 for GTA 6 Online would be awesome because I don't even need it. You know, you guys can wait for that slop. I'll still be playing the campaign over here. Oh my God, the whole computer is froze. I think fall 2020, because you're essentially having two massive releases. The whole gaming industry's dead. You can't compete. You have to get your game out now. It's over. Because if they do that, and if GTA 6 Online does not come out until fall 2027, if you're another developer or publisher, when is there time to squeeze your game out? I mean, people are still going to be playing the campaign and talking about GTA 6 for at least 3 or 4 months after it releases, at least. You know, way longer than that, especially if the open world really freaking delivers. You know, they talked about Crimson Desert for like 3 weeks, 2 weeks. And that's garbage, right? No one cares about Crimson Desert. That's some fantasy crap. Like, you know, no one cares about that. This is GTA. The normies are coming in, you know, and what's his face? The 111, he said his buddy is coming back to gaming, and that is going to happen. The boomers that put the controller down, that were maybe 40 when the PS2 came out. Well, not 40, but like 30 or 40 when the PS2 came out. They're going to come back to the PS5. They're going to buy a PS5 and say, holy shit, I can't believe this game is real. The internet technology has improved greatly since then. I disagree. Absolutely not. No. It's the same. If you really think they're going to have the infrastructure to handle all of that traffic on day one for GTA 6 Online, you're out of your mind. You're in a fantasy world. If everyone's trying to get online, it ain't going to work. That's how that works. Now, if they have a queue system or something, then maybe that could work. It's the same thing with the pre-orders, bro. The pre-orders, and these are going to be my prediction videos. I'm going to be right about all of this stuff. There's no way we're going to be wrong. I would love to be wrong about a lot because it would be funny to say, well, I'm dumb. But it's like we're not going to be wrong about this stuff. And I said, even the pre-order system, when they announce pre-orders, the PlayStation Store is crashing for multiple hours that day. Because everyone's going to pre-order the game. It's going to crash. Same with the Xbox Live Marketplace or whatever they call it. The Microsoft Store. It's going to crash. Just for the pre-orders alone. So, and then you're talking about preload. When they say the preload is available, the stores are crashing again. The servers are going to be slammed. Tyson Crispy Strips. Tyson Crispy Strips. It's a sad situation. People are still going to be finding things in games. Oh, yeah, especially this one. This is going to be the most dynamic open world ever made. If your game is not coming out before November 19th, 2026, your game is dead. Period. End of story. So, these devs have to start crunching. The Halloween devs, I would push that up to August, late August. I don't think it needs to release in September. I mean, because you're giving it a month and a half window, essentially, of people playing it, and then that's it. And maybe that they suspect that's about the lifespan of the game. But, bro, no one is playing Michael Myers or Halloween in November. Because Halloween's going to be over. The holiday Halloween's going to be over. And the hype will die down. And everyone's going to be looking forward to Grand Theft Auto 6. So I guess they're just trying to make as much money as they can within that window. And that's it, because that's the only way it's going to work. They're releasing it at a terrible time. You know, Friday the 13th, the video game that came out when those games weren't as big and you know, nothing else was coming out. You're setting yourself up for failure for Halloween, the video game. It comes out in early September, and it's like, well, okay, you got about a month and a half there
Of course, October will be a big month for the game, but then after that, it's gonna fall off a big cliff because they're gonna be, the normies are gonna be out of the Halloween season. They got to start talking about Christmas and things like that. And I say, well, they're not going to want to play Michael Myers. And motherfucker has to go do GTA 6 is going to be out. Now the only and we have no idea what's going on with GTA Online. We don't. I mean, fall 2027. I think that honestly could be realistic for the ambitious nature of the online. But maybe I don't know if they're developing it with this or what's going on. I mean, I'm assuming they have to be, but it's an all hands on deck situation. Wolverine is coming September. Yeah, they pushed it up because they knew they couldn't mess with this. But that's okay. That's a single-player game. So that'll die off. They'll make their millions, and then, it'll be a success. But, that works for that game. But if you're putting on a multiplayer game, and that's kind of the focus of the game just right before the launch of GTA 6, I'd be pushing Halloween up to early August. Early August for Halloween, the video game. Because then you can run with it for at least 2 months, 2.5 months there. And you can get more out of it. It's unreal. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look here. No, the online is not coming day one. There's no way. Are you guys really that stupid? God, this gimmick in here's got to go. Bro, they've never released the online day one. It's not going to change with this game. They don't release the online day one. That's never happened. GTA 5, they didn't release the online day one. Red Dead 2, they didn't release the online day one. I guess for maybe GTA 4 and GTA 4 and Red Dead 1 they did, but those are different games. And it's different times. More people are playing video games now than ever before. That's a fact. And you guys say gaming is dead. Well, that's actually just factually wrong. More people are playing video games than ever before. That's a fact. It's common sense. God. Yeah, the preload system for this game is going to be. I don't know how they're going to do that because your grandma asked about Trailer 3 today. Well, tell her she needs to get a job so she can buy it for you because you're disabled, So someone's got to get a job to support someone. Do you think the online will release with the PC port? No, the PC port they can take that to the trash. We don't need this game on PC. It'll ruin it. PC players are losers. Okay, they feel like they have to mod things immediately. They feel like they have to. I don't understand that mentality, and we get in trouble in here when we start talking about it. If PC players were content and they said, "Thank you for this game. I don't feel the need to. I don't feel compelled to mod," then that would be one thing. But it's a totally different ballgame with these PC players. The PC master race. They feel like they own the game. They feel like they made it with the devs. And they sacrificed years of their life making these games. And what it is it's essentially digital vandalism. That's what it is. It's digital vandalism. They're going into someone's art, and they're going in without permission, and they're saying, I can make it better. Yeah, like the ego on a loser in his basement to do that is so fucking insane, it's not even funny. Holy fuck, we got wind up the ass. But I'm going to leave the conversation there because it gets stupid in here. They disagree with me, and they say that mods are everything in gaming, and it's like, no, they're not. Half of them are viruses, probably. Go ahead and install your virus. That's why your computer's slow. Unreal. They literally just can't handle it. Careful, it is raining here. I don't know what that means. If it's raining here, we're wrapping it up. I can't see the view. Look at this right here! Better than Than Evil 2 is in the building, and it's what we love to see, coming through big and strong. It's cold out here. Holy shit, we're freezing. Dude!
Through Super Chat. Michael, let us watch movies alongside you on stream.
Let us watch movies. What does that mean? Better Than Evil 2 is in the building. He is coming through. And certainly in a way that makes sense. It's what we love to see. Better Than Evil 2 is coming through with the 10. He says, Michael, let us watch movies along you. Oh, you're saying do a watch party stream? We were going to do one. I forgot what it was for. Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, a watch party stream where I show my reaction and then I can tell you guys to press play at the same time. And then you guys can watch World Class's reaction. I see what you're saying. But we couldn't do audio or anything. I mean... Yeah, we could maybe do that for something special, but I thought you meant in Grand Theft Auto 6 you're going to be able to go to the movie theater with Lucia. You're going to be able to go to the movie theater with Lucia and sit down and watch a movie, because they already have movies in the game. They got movies in GTA 5. They're not like super long. They're like 12 minutes long or something, 10 minutes long. But they might be able to do full movies now, because they got more space now on the disc and things like that. So they might actually be able to do full movies in the game, maybe public domain or something. But that would be insane. Imagine going to the movie theater with Lucia, and you can sit down and you can go get your popcorn. You're never leaving the basement again. I mean, hey, you guys have to get on my level in here. We can see the reality of this game. We can see the impact that it's going to have on people. And it's just like, bro, Lucia, she's basically your girlfriend in the game. You ain't leaving the basement. Yeah, I mean, you're not leaving the basement. It's over. Because you could go watch, actually you can do that in GTA 5. What am I talking about? You can already fucking do this. Now it's half-assed. No, in GTA 5 you can call Trevor, Franklin, Michael, whoever, and you can actually go watch a movie, but it's just kind of a cutscene. And then I think they make some, you can actually do this in GTA 5. It's already in the game. So I'm expecting it to be like a gameplay sequence where you walk into the movie theater, just like in Red Dead 2, where you walk into that show, the magic show or whatever they got going on, that weird show in Saint Denis. And everyone, that's what you're going to be able to do. You go in there with Lucia and have a date, and you're going to be able to watch a movie and get the popcorn and things like that. I mean, you guys ain't ever leaving the fucking base. It's over. I mean, this is honestly, imagine if you have a small video game company right now and you're barely making it. You're closing doors. You're closing doors. I mean, it's over. This is almost like COVID. Like I hate to say that, but it's like, bro, like the impact that this game is going to have is going to force other smaller devs and publishers to just close their doors because they can't compete. You know, and it's like, well, you could argue, well, they don't need to compete. Yes, they do. All the attention is on Grand Theft Auto 6. It doesn't matter if, you know, if you're an indie dev right now, how do you even make a game when this game is out and all of the like who's playing indie games? Like none of the streamers are going to be playing indie games unless they specialize in that, and that's only what they play, and they already have a massive audience like Queso. I doubt Queso will play this game. So I guess he can be the conduit for like attention on indie games. But like, bro, like if you're an indie dev, it's like, say if I were making a game right now, like, bro, I have to put my game out before this game because I have no chance. No one is going to play my game when Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out. And when it's the talk of the town and everyone on the internet is making videos, streaming it, this, that, and the third. You can't compete. I don't care if the game is good. It's a matter of where the eyeballs are at. And the eyeballs are going to be on Grand Theft Auto 6. It's as simple as that. That's why 007 is coming out in like 3 weeks. They're pushing it out. And I think they severely downgraded that game. It's basically a Hitman clone. The shills that got to play it early, they don't want to admit that because, you know, they don't want to burn that bridge. It's literally a fucking Hitman clone. Look at this right here! Look at this right here. Gamer Guys hit the belly.
6,686 super chatted $5. I don't appreciate that comment mighty comes from ignorance. Mods make games 10x better, look at Skyrim or Minecraft. GTA 6
Oh
needs to
my
release
God.
on PC.
You're trolling. You're trolling. Let me go to the channel activity. You're trolling. Joined 6 years ago. Huh. Well, listen. I'm not against modding. Totally. You know, if a game has it in the main menu and the devs embrace it, that's one thing. I'm for it too. Then, but when modders have to go out of their way because they think they're better than the devs, it's this level of entitlement is really what bothers me. They think they have the right because they bought the game, that they own, I guess, the IP or something. They really do think that. It's a mental illness. You know what I mean? It's insane. And it's just like, well, first of all, you know, it's funny how these PC gamers think that they own their games when Steam is the biggest monopoly. You don't own your games on Steam. And they'll come in here and fight me and they'll say that they do. The Steam fanboys are delusional. They're weirdos. And it's like, bro, you don't own your games. In 100 years, if Steam shuts down, I don't know what they're going to do, but you ain't keeping your games. I mean, when Google Stadia shut down, they refunded everyone the games that they bought on there. So I guess they'd have to do that, but you don't own them. So, it's just, it doesn't make sense to me. This game should not be on PC anytime soon. Nope. I disagree with that. I think there's a time and place for it to come to PC, but I don't think that's until late 2027, maybe early 2028. You don't need this on PC to muck it up, because they're going to put Thomas the Tank Engine in there. They're going to put CJ in there. They're going to do all this stupid stuff, these memes. The game, if you have to mod here's what you need to know and understand. If you have to mod a game to make it better, you are saying that the game sucks. Are you not? Yes, you are. You're admitting that the game sucks because you're not content with the content that was supplied to you. So you feel the need to go in with your entitlement and go in and say, I can do it better. I'm going to try and usher in change. I want this to be changed. I want to see this in the game. Well, first of all, is it your right? I don't think it is. Nonetheless, let's give you that benefit of the doubt. Second of all, again, what you're saying is that this game sucks. I can make it better. And it's just like, bro, go play Dreams or something. Go build your own games. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Quit modding and start building your own games. Or go work for a real company and help them out, because I think that's what they did. CD Projekt Red, they hired a bunch of modders because they have no talent on the team, because the game sucks, obviously. And it's just like, I guess you can get a job that way, and that's great, but I don't know. So Resident Evil Requiem shouldn't be modded. No, it shouldn't. Because none of the mods add anything to the game. It's all a bunch of stupid, silly bullshit. And not only that, but you're saying that the game sucks because you're bored of it. Back in the day, you didn't have the ability to mod games. I'm not going to discuss it further because they get mad about it. If GTA 6 doesn't have every feature from GTA game fully fleshed out to the max, we are screwed. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's just, if I see a surfboard in GTA 6, I should be able to press triangle. Jason picks it up, and you can go surfing. And I say, oh my God, the 5 surfboarding games that have come out are completely dead, right? Well, they're already dead because nobody's playing surfboarding games. But I'm just saying, I mean, they're making better games. And that's crazy. They're making better, like for the basketball, for example. The basketball in this game is going to be pretty good for a little mini game, right? We know basketball is in the game. I don't know if it's a cutscene or gameplay, but we know basketball is in the game. It's shown off. And it's like, could you imagine picking up the basketball and doing 1v1 or something like that with random NPCs on the court? That would be insane. And then, of course, the online, when the online comes out, you'll be able to do 3 versus 3 or something, just like NBA 2K. But is that going to be potentially cannibalizing the sales of NBA 2K? Look at this right here, Snackbar. Snackbar is in the building. He is in here, and he is supporting bigly and strongly. They got to wake up in here. It's just so ridiculous. I mean, this is GTA 6 season. Trailer 2 could be coming out this Tuesday. We have no idea. Maybe this Friday they tease it.
You know, they need to start locking in in a way that makes sense. And look at this right here. Snack Bar is in the building with the 3-month loyalty badge, rather. And he is coming through with, I think, the 6th or 7th or 8th, 9th Tony Hawk combo here today, just plowing through bigly and strongly, and certainly in a way that makes sense as we are battling wind and cold air here. But they're getting hot about stuff. We're saying stuff that they don't agree with, so they're starting to lash out here. There's no point in playing 2K when GTA 6 implements a basketball mode, and that's why I think they will actually have to dumb it down, because that could cannibalize the sales of NBA 2K. Now, of course, you have the NBA, and this game doesn't have that. But I don't think that that's a big factor. I think a lot of people go in to the online of NBA 2K and they just sit around and shoot hoops with their buds and stuff like that and level up their character. I don't think they need the really NBA aspect to it. Maybe they do. I don't know. But it's like if the basketball minigame is so good and the animations are so fantastic and things like that, it could honestly potentially cannibalize NBA 2K sales, and it's under the same umbrella. Take-Two owns 2K. So it's like they can't have that. They can't have this game potentially cannibalizing the sales of NBA 2K, because that's another big money maker. NBA 2K makes a shit ton of money. That's why they're not going to change the way the game plays or the way the game flows, because, you know, they want you to live your virtual life as a basketball star in a game, in the online. I played it, and it's just like, this is a clown show. Like, I don't know, these people sit here and play this for 200 hours straight. It's like, what are you guys doing in this game? You know what's crazy? What was that one? What was that one thing? What was it? Killzone 2, Killzone 2 or Killzone 3, PS2 game. I think you could have offline bots and you could just play team deathmatch, and it was really good. And it's just like, that's what we need, you know. That's what we need. But then they realized that they could make money off of this, and they say, well, we can somehow get this on the internet and have people play with other players in real time. And then that's how they said, oh, we're not going to give you offline bots anymore, because Call of Duty used to do offline bots. Call of Duty used to do offline bots, and you could play offline multiplayer without internet. Now, it wasn't that great, but you know, it was still there, and they haven't done that in a long time. In fact, I think the last Call of Duty that you could play without internet and just play it right off the disc, I think, was Advanced Warfare. Infinite Warfare, rather. Infinite Warfare. It was the one where you're in space. And I have that on the disc, and the zombies is there. I don't know if it has offline multiplayer bots. I think maybe it does, but I'm not sure. But the campaign for that one was very interesting as well. It had kind of different things that you could do, and they hated it. The internet hated that game. I played it on stream, and we went down to 120 viewers, and I said, well, we can't play this further. I said, you know, we actually played it for a good few hours. Tennis and golf, yeah, they already have that in GTA 5. I didn't think it was that. Tennis and golf are kind of boring. But if you got basketball back, and if you got surfboarding, and if you got skateboarding, and if you got all these other things back, and all these other things that are new, I mean, you're talking about a lot of content here. You're talking about a lot of content. Weightlifting as well, that's going to be returning as well. Going to the gym, working out as Jason, building up your physique. You know, you probably get fat again and stuff like that. I mean, it's probably going to come back. I would assume that would come back. Of course, it's in Red Dead Redemption 2. You can get skinny, you can lose weight, you can get fat. The hair grows in Red Dead 2. Anything that's in Red Dead 2, you can assume that it's going to be carried over and expanded upon in GTA 6. Wii Sports is actually the second best-selling video game. I think the third best-selling, either the second or third best-selling video game of all time. It goes Minecraft, and then I think GTA 5, and then I think Wii Sports, and then I think Red Dead 2. Now, I could be wrong on that, but you can go look it up. Maybe Tetris is number one, but Minecraft is definitely the best-selling video game of the current era. Minecraft has sold tons and tons of copies, but it's been out for nearly 20 years, and it's on every single thing. And then you have GTA 5, you know, because of the online, And because it's been out for so long and on every console as well, that's all like hotcakes too. What do you think you're getting trailer 3? Trailer 3 will probably come sometime this month. Why didn't they make another Wii Sports, by the way? That's got to be bait. That's got to be bait. I'm not even gonna dive into it. We're not diving into it. Where are my mods? They've all dissipated. They said you don't have trailer. They literally come in here like they need to be fed. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Like, of course we don't have trailer 3 here. That's on Rockstar's call, and then when Rockstar says it's ready, we're gonna be there. It's not hard. Well, it might be over for you because you're not listening, you're not understanding. I'm not going to sit out here and talk to these LARPers in here. People freaked out when Cyberpunk added a subway system. Meanwhile, GTA 4 and Watch Dogs 1 both did it better. Watch Dogs, you can walk around the train stop it with hacks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now, the only thing that I found in Watch Dogs 1 that doesn't make sense is if you try and role play as a passenger and you get you get to the platform and the train will come on the other side, but it won't come on your side. And I don't know if that's a bug or what's going on there, but the version that we played, I think it was on PC, that's what it does. Maybe the console version does it differently. Maybe it is a bug. I don't know. But in Watch Dogs 1, if you go up to the platform and you climb the stairs like, you're in Chicago and you go to the L train, that's what happens. The train never arrives on your side, and to me that kind of ruined the immersion a little bit. And I don't think in Watch Dogs 1 the NPCs get on or off the train either. So there's really not a perfect train system. They've come close, but in all of these open world games, there's not really a perfect train system. They all have and I can go down the whole list, but I'm not going to do it. Adam Theory is in the building. He's got that cell processor. I mean, you carry around the cell processor every day. You have a supercomputer on your keychain. I mean, that's crazy. You know what I mean? You got a supercomputer on your keychain, and they don't even. I mean, that's insane. The Queen is in the building, and it's what we love to see. We're going to probably wrap this up a little early. It's getting really cold out here. It's getting really cold out here. We've been live for nearly 2 hours. And, we can run Trailer 2 back, though, if you guys want to do that. It's the 1-year anniversary for Trailer 2, Hot Together. And, again, this was our last look at the game 1 year ago. We haven't seen the game in 1 year. So, obviously, the graphics could be much better. Everything could be a lot better than what we've seen in Trailer 1 and Trailer 2. I would assume that it would be. Hopefully it's not downgraded. We can run Trailer 2 back. It's been the 1 year anniversary for Trailer 2. And we were right out here doing this show, reacting to Trailer 2, but I don't think the reaction was that good because I was actually let down. I thought, wow, this is kind of a low-energy trailer for a 500-day wait. I said, that doesn't make any sense. We waited 500 days. Why is this such a low-energy trailer? And it starts off like that. He's on the roof, he's fixing the leaks, and I said, this is a terrible way to start this trailer, right? Trailer 1, it starts off with a bang. Lucia, why are you here? Bad luck, I guess. Boom. Tom Petty, you're showing the beach, 100 plus NPCs or whatever. I mean, it looks ambitious, it looks big. In Trailer 2, it's just like we're going down to the hillbilly road, and, what you doing up there? And it's just like, what is this garbage? And then you got this Paul Walker looking dude, Jason, and Ryan Gosling. It looks like Ryan Gosling, and all the women are. Oh man, this is a simp game. I mean, this is a simp game because the women are going to be simping for Jason. He looks so hot, right? And then the men are going to be simping for Lucia because she's so sexy. And it's just like, bro, this is a simp game. The whole game is a simp game. I mean, it's a great way to make money. Like, you make your you make your main characters look attractive, but like, it's a sim game. New Take-Two interview again. There is no way. Hold on, what? Well, we were reading it, but let's take a look here. New Take-Two interview again. Let's see what's going on. God, this trailer's coming. New Take-Two interview again. There's no way. Dude, this trailer's dropping soon, homie. Is there really a new Take-Two interview? Holy shit, this trailer's dropping. Hell, I think this Friday they're teasing it. There's no fucking way. Wow, they are running. Here it is, right here. It just popped up 29 minutes ago. It's on Twitter. New Strauss Zelnick interview with Business Insider. Oh my God! Hold on. Can we get a screenshot? What is the? Here we go. We're gonna get a screenshot. It's one of the GTA. There is a new interview here. Let's take a look. This is crazy, bro. What is going on? We're going to read this. We're going to read the summary here. They are talking about this game to I've never seen this before. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Here we go. 29 minutes ago. New Strauss Zelnick interview with Business Insider at Take-Two's Manhattan headquarters. The CEO behind GTA, a series centered around crime, says he doesn't drink, smoke, or own a gun. He doesn't even play video games. He don't even play video games. Well, at least he's honest. They don't have time for that, and that's the thing too. You know, they thought Phil Spencer was a gamer, but it's like, I mean, he's probably played a few, but like they don't got time to be playing video games. There's fucking CEOs, dude. They don't got time to play video games, like even if they wanted to play them. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this right here. He has, however, hold on. Oh my God, he has seen the game. Look at this right here. He says where is Mike Bobo at in here? Oh my God. He has, however, watched GTA 6 gameplay demonstrating to him by developers, which he described as amazing. I see the whole thing. I'm just not the one holding the controller. So he said it's amazing. The game was delayed multiple times to avoid crunch, which he says is no longer a part of how Take-Two operates today. And the morale has remained healthy at the culture. The morale has remained healthy at the culture. It's sort of like when I was in college. I never pulled an all-nighter because I was good about doing my homework, by the way. Okay, buddy. He says players have been able to make their own version of GTA for decades using mods. What? So they acquired one of the largest GTA modding platforms, 5M. How about instead of trying to beat them, we join them? Despite Take-Two's record hits, he doesn't take past wins for granted. Okay, so there's not too much there, but he has actually seen the gameplay, and he said it's amazing. The thing is with this is that he's doing interviews so frequently now that there has to be something that's going to come here soon. There's just no way. I don't think he does interviews that often. At least I don't see them pop up that often. And as of late, it seems like it's been overdrive mode here with these interviews from Strauss Zelnick, the Take-Two CEO, which of course owns Rockstar Games. And it's like, bro, there's no way. I mean, I think tomorrow or Friday they could start teasing the trailer 3. Something has to give here. This is insane. They got the CEO continuing to talk in all of these interviews about GTA 6. And there's, we're one year since trailer 2, 1 year since we've last seen the game. The same for the investors as well. They don't have an exclusive peek at the game. So everyone's just waiting. It's been 1 year since we've seen this game. Mike Bobo's back in here. There's a new interview from Strauss Zelnick. He is talking a lot right now. There has to be something that's going to give soon. This is ridiculous. This is unreal. I was good about doing my homework. May 12th or bust. Yeah, May 12th is going to be insane. When you take a look at that, I think it's just going to be crazy. There's certainly going to be hype. There's going to be a lot of people in here for May 12th. I think we're going to hit 500 plus viewers for May 12th. I think there's going to be a lot of people in here because that, to me, the runway looks clear unless I'm missing. Actually, what is Yoshi? No, Yoshi's coming out. That's what I'm saying. All of the games are coming out past May 12th. All of the games are coming out past May 12th. I think you have Forza that might be coming out later that week, but that's, So the runway looks clear, unless I'm missing something for May 12th. There's nothing potentially getting in that way. Modding 1 in the end. Yeah, well, the only reason why they're doing that is because they had, they bought them to silence the They bought them to silence, basically they were competition. They made a better GTA Online that people were actually connecting with, and you can role play and stuff like that to higher degrees, and they just said, we're going to acquire them to basically shut them down. It's actually kind of based because now they control them. Their own versions of GTA. Well, that's why they bought them, so they could control them. Now that they own them, they'll just work off of the template and incorporate that into GTA 6 Online natively on the console. Imagine being the CEO and having a chance to play GTA 6, but you tell them that you don't play video games. Well, he doesn't. I mean, he's a CEO, dude. Why would he have time to play video games? He's eating red meat for breakfast. Tell me what you mean. Guys, these CEOs do not play video games. I mean, maybe Phil Spencer, but bro, they don't have time for that. But I think Phil Spencer worked in games before he became the Xbox CEO, so some of these CEOs don't even... So he has seen the game, and it says... I see the whole thing. I'm just not the one holding the controller. He described it as amazing. So there you go. And again, apparently it's a new Strauss Zelnick interview. I mean, bro, I don't remember him doing interviews this frequently. Maybe he has, and maybe it just wasn't getting picked up. But that's crazy. This guy's like, why does this guy have to be like the spokesman for the game? Like, where is Sam Houser? Where is Rockstar? I don't understand. They didn't do this before. Like, when GTA 5 came out or Red Dead 2, I don't remember the Take-Two CEO doing all the talking and heavy lifting here. Like, I don't understand. Why is he the spokesman for this game? Because Rockstar doesn't want to budge on showing anything? Like, I don't understand. Yeah, we might have to. It was really heavily modded until PC releases. It is getting really cold out here. Wow, it's bad out here. I think there's a cold front coming. Oh my God! I'm looking up the weather. Motherfucking ass, this shit. Confirm your location. Hello? This is the worst weather app I've ever seen. Get it off the screen. I'm going to come back over here and take a look at the weather because this is unreal. Shit, cold. 53 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's take a look at Celsius because that's what you guys are on. 12 degrees Celsius. Is that cold for you guys over there in Liverpool? Because we know you're still watching. So don't act like you're not. We don't know what the feels like temperature is, but 53 degrees Fahrenheit. and the sun is coming in and out. It's coming actually back out right now. With the sun, it's okay, but when you got the sun closed in from the clouds, I mean, it's a sad situation. Well, you guys don't even know how to read temperature. I mean, I thought I can read an analog clock. How many people in here can read an analog clock? That's really the IQ test. Can you read an analog clock that has numbers on it? Because a lot of people this generation can't do that. Some of these people in the early 20s can't read an analog clock. It's over. And they want to tell me that world class is wrong, by the way. No, world class isn't wrong. Oh, this Majin Buu guy's coming in here. I mean, he's so toxic. We're not allowing you to come in here and get toxic. That gimmick's done. Back it up. Oh, God. I'm going to have to wrap it up. It's just getting a little too cold out here, but I think we can take a look at trailer 2 again if you guys want. For the 1-year anniversary here, I'm going to come in here and hit play. Let's see what happens. Could be a Kayate Pinche moment. Hold on, let me take a look here. Oh! Let me take a look here. Okay, we're going to get it ready here. What are you doing out there? They disappeared. Okay. If you guys want to run that trailer 2 back, we can. Actually, do we have... It is getting cold! It is getting cold. That we can tell you, it's getting cold. And you know, we actually are in GTA 6. Let me tell you this, guys. I got breaking news for you here. We actually are in GTA 6, and we were there for the commercial. I was with Jason and Lucia for the commercial here. If you guys want to see, take a look right there. We were in the commercial. You know, the budget was a little low, so they don't look exactly like them. But there you go. And if you guys want to run trailer, if you guys want to run trailer 2 back, we can. But it's getting cold out here. I'm going to have to wrap this up. Will you do a release video for 007? Yes, we're going to. We need to start making videos though, because they can't handle these streams. Well, that's an old AI picture. You can make it look a lot better now. That's from probably a year ago, or 6 months ago, or something. That's an old AI picture. You can tell it's really bad. If you were to do that same picture now, it would be a lot better. And that's another thing that they're fighting is AI. I mean, video games are competing with the internet. Video Cloud and Shadows. Look at this right here. Cloud and Shadows is in here. It's what we love to see. We thought we lost you. That's what we're talking about. Cloud and Shadows. What a chat. It's what we love to see. We got the Queen in here. Old, outdated AI. Yeah, just like your mother. All right, let's take a look here. I'm going to come over to trailer 2 for the 1-year anniversary. It's too cold to continue out here, and we've already been live for 2 hours. I think you guys have had enough. And we're going to be locking in whenever this trailer drops. Strauss Zelnick is doing a lot more interviews, it seems, anyway. And again, you know, if there were trouble on the horizon, I just don't think. And obviously, I think it's still Rockstar's call. I'm assuming Rockstar has total control over this project. And Sam Hauser's probably the only one that knows what's going on. It might be a clusterfuck over there. I have no idea. It's probably a high-pressure environment at this point in the game. And when you got so many people and so many cooks in the kitchen, you have to stop and say, I mean, honestly, if we were in a massive kitchen right now and we were all making the same thing, right? Like this big meal, like a Thanksgiving meal. Let's just imagine this. There's like 100 of us, and that's not even that big, but because there's more people working on this game than that. But let's say 100 of us in here right now, 200 of us in the kitchen right now. We're all preparing this Thanksgiving meal. Well, maybe Thanksgiving's a bad, because we know when that is. But it's just like, well, actually, that's not. We're making a Thanksgiving meal, and who is in charge to say, like, this is when the meal has to be ready? I don't know. I'm over here cooking motherfucking mashed potatoes, homie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know when this is supposed to be ready. And then they say, they come in, they barge in, they say, you got to get the meal out in like 2 days. And it's like, well, motherfucking ass. We got to speed things up and rush this out. And I think we may have problems over at Rockstar Games where that might be the case, where they're working hard, they're working crazy, and they probably don't even know when the damn thing, like what's going on, or when Trailer 3 is coming out. I mean, it's just, it doesn't make sense. You should do another AI basement dweller video. Yeah, it would probably look 10 times better than the one we did. They got hot about it though. They got mad about that. They said it was a projection video. They said that was world class. Well, at least they got the cameras rolling on me and not you. You know what I mean? So if that is world class, at least they got the cameras on me and not you. Because we are somebody, you nobody. So we'll be the 40-year-old in the basement. At least we got the cameras rolling. And we're the movie star. Alrighty, folks, we're going to come over here for trailer 2. 1 year anniversary after this. We got to wrap it up. It's so fucking cold out here. Oh, my God. Oh. This wind is cutting through. It's cutting through. We need the sun back out. The sun went away. It's freezing. We're going to go ahead and hit play. 1 year anniversary for trailer 2. We need you to lock in. Let's get it going. Hello? Fuck you doing up there? Oh my God, it's lagging.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands.
Oh my God, the computer can't handle it.
Paying tenants.
Well, that's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
See you, Brian.
Here you go, give me my checks.
What is this garbage?
Oh my God, they love him. He's so sexy. Oh my God, Jason. Yes. Lock it in. Oh my God, the women are. Oh my God. He getting that 6-pack. Look at that. Look at that. They got them all pulled over.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I think you heard before.
You might have.
It's a movie. It's a movie game. Oh, oh no.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh no.
Hands above your head, now!
You, stay.
Oh my God.
New beginnings.
New beginnings. Come on.
Trust me, this place is just the start for us.
Ring the bells!
Yeah. Where's the game?
You know and what you got.
Oh my God.
Better do this. We're doing it right.
Oh my God.
They got your name, address, they got everything.
Us cops, we gotta protect each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
You and me, look. We got this.
He's sexy. Oh my gosh, she's strong and independent. Oh my. Vice City. Oh my God.
Nation today. We got more guns than the law allows.
Hey.
It's over. It's over. Where the hell is the game? 1 year later.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me?
Oh God. Oh. Oh man. Gee williker. And with that, I ask, where the hell is the game? Because we're here 1 year later, and we just watched the same fucking trailer that we did last year. With nothing new. Trailer 3, you're going to have to go all out. And we need to look at the finished game, closer to the finished game, 6 months out here. This is ridiculous. May 12th, ring the bell, by the way. I mean, it was, the whole trailer was, oh man. This is a simp game. For the women, they want Jason. They got that six-pack right there in the first, 3 seconds of the trailer. And then they got all these scenes with Jason and Lucia in the bed. They got Lucia shaking her ass. They got the strip club. I mean, a motherfucking simp game, dude. Like, what are we doing? I can't imagine trailer 3. Where's trailer 3? And what's the song going to be? So I guarantee it's going to be an unknown song that no one's heard of. And then they're going to act like they've been listening to it for fucking 40 years. You know, some 80s song that 5 people have heard of. And then these grifters are going to come out like, yeah, that's my favorite song. Like, come on, dude. Like, ain't nobody fucking listen to that. You know, just like that Tom Petty song. It's like, well, everyone's heard of Tom Petty before, but they didn't hear of that song. Like, that's more of a, I wouldn't say maybe underground, but like that, you got to be a hardcore Tom Petty fan to have heard that one. Or you got to be a fucking real boomer, like a 45-year-old boomer, 50-year-old boomer. I mean, that's a boomer song right there. Because Tom Petty, he's been in GTA before. What the hell? Tom Petty's been in GTA before, but it's the bigger hits. Got delayed before trailer 3. Brain rot game. Yeah, well, that's what I said. I said, inviting the devil into the home. Let's take a look here. Made by HR Ladies. Oh, man. 400 more days of a drought incoming. Well, that can't happen unless it gets delayed. And we'll know before probably the 21st on whether or not. And I don't think the game is getting delayed. He's been talking way too much, Strauss Zelnick. And it's what we love to see. So, like I said, I think maybe tomorrow or Friday they will start teasing the trailer. That very well could be a possibility, because if they have no other online events for Grand Theft Auto Online or Red Dead 2, because obviously they announced the Red Dead 2 online event, so there's nothing more to say on that. Maybe Grand Theft Auto Online has something, but if it has nothing, then honestly the runway is clear, and they're going to push it out, and I think you tease it. I think you tease it into the weekend. You get all the gamers excited. They tell their friends. And word spreads that trailer 2 is actually really trailer 3 rather is actually coming Tuesday. You'll have a massive turnout for it, and the views will be crazy. I mean, we're talking thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of views just within the first 25, 35, 45 minutes. I mean, it would be absolutely insane, especially if they hype it up. Friday, 9:30 a.m. tease would be great. Well, do you know if they have any other online events to announce, or is it a free runway right now? Because if it's a free runway, that's it. Because for some reason, everyone knew about this Red Dead Online thing, and it's just like, well, I never heard about it. GTA 6 o'clock said May 12th as well. Well, that's the day to look for. I mean, like motherfucking ass. And they might just shadow drop it. So, we'll be live for that on May 12th, and it's going to be an early special as well, and that might be the day where they drop it, and we'll be sure to be here for that, because I don't know what to expect, and the game could look way better than that trailer did. I mean, that trailer 2 came out literally 1 year from today, and we have not seen the game since then. So they've had 1 year to work on it further, 1 year to polish it, 1 year to get it in a different and better position. And the curtain has to be pulled back. The hype is insane right now. Strauss Zelnick is doing all these interviews, the head honcho for CEO Take-Two Interactive. I mean, bro, something's got to give here. I mean, the 21st, we do know that will be when they talk about it again, Strauss Zelnick. But that's like surface level stuff. Of course, if Rockstar's not pulling the curtain back, then you're not getting anything. And again, I think the investors would want a brand new big update on this game and an all new look. And then lock that release date in and say, holy shit, it's actually happening and it's actually real. Because some people in here got negative and toxic and they said, oh, the game's not real. And all this bullshit. And it's like, you got to get outside of the basement. The game is real and it is coming. You got to have patience. I've waited, so long. I mean, we've been covering this game since the trailer 1, before that even. And they announced trailer 1, I think, a few weeks before it actually dropped to hype it up. And that was the first look at the game. So that was a big trailer. That's the big one, like the first look. Now this is potentially one of the last looks. Of course, there'll be more trailers if the launch trailer and stuff like that. There will be more trailer 4, stuff like that as we get closer. But this is kind of the last big important trailer before it actually starts to be real. So that's why this one, and this is more of a final look at the game. 6 months out, I mean, I don't think you could change too much at this point if it doesn't get delayed. Alrighty, folks, we are waiting, blur, waiting room, by the way, with the bots. Waiting room. I mean, I like listening to him, but there's something a little fishy going on. But that's every streamer. They're all botting. This is the only stream left that isn't botting. We got fucking barely 200 viewers. Everyone else has fucking so many viewers, and it's like, I don't understand it, but the waiting, it's actually innovative. Like the trailer's not coming out, but we're gonna just pretend like it. Like, oh my god, you just milk that shit for hours on end. Like, it's unreal. It's actually kind of funny. These guys aren't ready. Strauselnik is a snake oil salesman. Well, he doesn't play video games. I mean, May 12th, we're going to pretend. I mean, if it doesn't hit May 12th, there's still another Tuesday, and that's the week of the Take-Two investor call. I mean, they have to have something to show for, bro. You can't go in with just like, it just doesn't make sense to me. The game is coming out this year. If the game were coming out in 2027, that would be different. I would say they probably don't have to show anything. But like, the game is coming out in like 6 months. They have to have something to show for. The investors need something new to chew on. As do the gamers. Okay, we're going to be wrapping it up here. It's too cold to continue. It has been 365 days since Grand Theft Auto 6 Trailer 2 and all of the screenshots, and we have not seen the game since. And it's been 6 months since the last delay in November, I believe. And that's where we stand right now. And again, the Take-Two investor call is May 21st. Tuesday, May 12th could very well be that time and place. And, of course, we might know before that. Maybe this Friday they update their social media and they start teasing something, and that would be crazy. That would be insane. That we can tell you. But it seems like something is definitely coming, and it just makes sense for it to come. And hopefully it comes sooner rather than later, because the wait here is just unbelievable. And now we've hit the 1 year marker of nothing, 1 year of silence. But again, if you look at the trailer 1 to trailer 2 wait, that was over 500 days. If the calculations are correct, you can look that up for yourself. But from trailer 1 to trailer 2, it was a 500-day plus wait, and that was insane. So we don't have that long to wait for the game, because the game releases in 197 days, I believe. So that is impossible unless they delay the game again. And if they delayed the game again, I would assume they would still have trailer 3 to hold everyone over, because that's what they did when it got delayed that one time, the first time. Alrighty, folks, we are going to be wrapping it up. It's too cold. Yeah, no news is good news. That's actually a great point, and that's what I said. I said if they were going to pump the brakes on this game, I think they would do it sooner rather than later, as days go by and weeks go by, and they still haven't delayed the game. I honestly do believe that is a great sign, because they would have already pumped the brakes. There would be no reason to hold out on a delay. I don't think that would make any sense. Alrighty, folks, we're going to wrap it up here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show. And with that said, we will see you later.
It's over. Hey there, mister. Who let the sample?
Like and subscribe to Michael Does Live.